Hey guys, how you doing? Your general here, and answering a question that I was asked about obtaining a judgment, getting paid from a judgment that you have won on the magistrate level, small claims court, let's say a few $1,000s, and you have a debtor that does not want to pay you what you have won from that judgment. Like, what do you do? Because once you win the judgment, you gotta now go some extra steps when they don't want to pay. So I'm gonna cover just a few of those things real quick, all right? Okay, now, the new me is not so, I guess, legally dogmatic, going after the throat. I suggest perhaps working with that person after you have received the judgment, because once you get a judgment, maybe their attitude will be softened a little bit, and them knowing that you're treading in some dangerous water legally where some things can be taken from you. So they might be open to voluntary payment. And that's where someone like me would come in, would go to them, maybe write a letter and see if voluntary payment would be good, if they're open to that. I would communicate with the debtor to discuss a repayment plan. Perhaps that person is going through some hardships. And let me tell you, man, I know about going through some financial hardships, so my heart is a little, open to those ones who are experiencing that. So trying to see if they would be willing to pay or have a repayment, and that could accelerate you getting your money back sooner too, instead of going through the steps that we're about to cover. So if you can negotiate a payment plan, that'll be great. And if they fail to be open to any of those voluntary things, that's when general line comes out. So that next step would be to move to obtain like a writ of execution. And what is a writ of execution? It is a order that is given from the court that allows the enforcement of law enforcement to go in and to seize assets, personal assets, property, what have you. So now, also, what happens when you do get a judgment? You can, there is something called post-judgment interrogatories. And post-judgment interrogatories are written questions where you can ask for bank statements and deposits and get that sort of information. I think I have a copy of one that I'll show you. Hold on, stand by. Okay, here we go. I had to block it out because this is somebody else's. This is a post-judgment interrogatory. It's sort of like interrogatories in other cases when you file and have them have to answer questions. Again, the court will compel them, if you will, to answer these questions and disclose financial information that they have. So the next step that you would do is ask for the court to do an examination, and that's a thing that you can do too. You can file this motion for examination of the debtor, requesting them to appear in court and to bring those documents in. Taxes, where they work, stuff like that. And that is just so that you can get the information that you need to do garnishment, to do seizure, to put liens on the property. Okay, now, also, this will help you to find out where they are employed at, because if you seek to do garnishing their wages, you would need that information, bank account information, employment, where they work at. Oh, side point, listen, interview business people out there. In your application, make sure you get their information, get where they work at, get all that information up, so that, and hopefully it doesn't happen, but if they do default on their payment, you'll already have all that necessary information, so that when it comes to us, Bulldog it makes our fight a little easier. I think I pretty much covered mostly of what I wanted to say. Bank account levies, you can levy that, and that also needs a writ of execution too. Once you obtain the writ of execution, you could use that to seize the bank account, the personal property, cars, this and that. Law enforcement, of course, would have to come, and they would walk. I got some stories for you. You'd be like amazed, people that just didn't see me coming, you know? A lot of people don't see me coming. And they had to give up their stuff. Anyway, that's it. Hope you enjoyed this. Dylan Lyon, out.